welcome and thank you for watching. Just a forewarning, this will not be a shooting video or a review or anything really entertaining, more of a discussion hopefully. Hopefully I can provoke some thoughts and you can see things from a little bit of a different angle. The question that I'm asking here is, does carrying a handgun actually make you safer? And obviously the reason you're wearing a handgun is because you believe it does make you safer. I'm assuming when I ask this question that you are carrying it in a defensive role rather. You're not a police officer, you're not in the military, and more importantly, you're not a criminal, bad guy who's just wearing it to feel emboldened to take advantage of unarmed. So I assume you're wearing it because you believe it does make you safer. But how does it actually make you safer? Does it change your environment at all? When you were not wearing one versus now that you're wearing one, are you in reality any safer? Or does it just make you have that feeling, that peace of mind? And I'll argue that if that's all it's giving you is a feeling of safety, then it is probably putting you in a more dangerous situation because of that mindset. I feel like you should never feel emboldened by wearing a handgun. You should never feel like you're somehow more powerful or more capable than when you were not wearing it. The mere donning of a handgun does not make you safer. Nobody knows you even have that on you. You're the only one that knows if you're doing it right until that moment when you deploy it and it's a moment of truth. Did it make you safer, or did it create a bigger mess of drama in your life? So the argument I'm going to make is that yes, of course it does make you safer, but not in the way that you may think. I think when you put that firearm on you every single day, you're acknowledging that there's evil in the world, that bad happens when it's least expected. And even more than that, it brings out that primitive survival instinct in you. It makes you aware of your surroundings, the situations, the people, where you're going, when you're going there, what could happen. You're constantly thinking about that. And you're not worried about political correctness. You know, you're going to profile if you have to profile. And you're going to avoid confrontations and things that could lead to you using that firearm. So yeah, that's going to keep you safer. And a quick story, I brought my kids to a park, a playground, with the slides, had the big tube slide. As we went up there, I didn't see it at first, but my kids climbed up on the ladder area and they went to go down the slide, and it turns out there was a bunch of teenagers, and we're not talking about the kind you'd want to hire to babysit your kids, and they're smoking in there and they're swearing and using profanity in a public space meant for children. So instantly I was annoyed. I was going to go confront them, tell them that my kids are here to play and they need to move out of the area. And as I started approaching them, I could feel that emboldened feeling, the aggressive feeling. And then I realized I had my handgun on me, and I stopped because I thought down the road of what could happen if this escalates in any way. Is it worth something that's possibly going to get out of hand and could lead to me using a firearm in a public park in front of my kids? Whether it's justified or not at that point, it's something that's not worth it to me. So I stopped, got my kids, told them to get in the car, and we're going to go to another park. I don't see that as an act of cowardice. I see that as a responsible gun owner. When you choose to wear a gun on you, it impacts your decisions and it changes the things that you would normally do or not do. So yeah, does it make you safer? I believe it does if you're wearing it right. You got to be realistic about it, and when you are, absolutely it's going to make you safer. If it gives you that false sense of power, or you're some kind of superhero, or it emboldens you in any way, I think it's actually making you less safe and putting you in more danger. And I'm not saying that anyone listening to this does that, but I know that when I initially wore a gun, I felt that kind of powerful feeling, and it made me feel uncomfortable. I like to feel like I am aware that the world's a bad place. I'm prepared for whatever happens, but I'm going to do everything I can at all costs to avoid any kind of thing like that. I wear a gun every day, everywhere I go, at home, at work, anywhere. And I don't do it because I have any malice or bad feelings towards my fellow man, but rather I recognize that there's loved ones that I'm responsible for caring for, and I'm not going to risk not having the ability to do that when it's important to do that. So I'm going to keep this short, post it up there. If you have any comments or dislike anything, just put it down there and let's hear it. Let's talk about it. Thank you.